Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is Thursday, June 11th, 2020. We are here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Unfortunately, we're still not open to the public, but that will be changing pretty soon. A few days away from the reopening to our members of the Galloping Ghost Arcade, weekly, monthly, yearly, and lifetime members will be allowed back in on Monday, just in time for our Monday mystery game. Shout outs to Sean and Caesar and Thomas Roth. Thank you for being here. And Master Tech Ken Walker from Galloping Ghost Pinball. Nick Huddleston, a phenomenal artist that I know, who we've been fortunate enough to have do some art on our Dark Presence and Conquering Light projects. So thank you for being here, man. Chance, what is up? Everett, what is up? And Lumbo, hello. Thank you for being here, man. Hope everybody is doing well. And George, awesome to see you here. Ron, hello, hello. It is just an unbelievable amount of cabinets still being moved here at the arcade. The arcade still just so much to do, so much to do. But we're getting closer, And Monday is coming up. Again, as I was saying, the reopening for our members, weekly, monthly, yearly, lifetime. And then on that Saturday, the 20th, the doors will be open. Fat Chris joining us. Thank you for being here. Jay saying, hope you're doing well, Doc. Thank you so much. We are doing well here for sure. A lot going on. It's been just so much to do. Got here at 5:30 this morning and probably won't get out of here until after 10 tonight. We've got we got to get ready. Carpet is being picked up today, so hopefully before the weekend we can get that in. Otherwise, we're going to have to work something out. Maybe do it in sections. Shout outs to Jimbo Slice. Thank you for being here. And Greg Brandon. Thank you, man. So it is, I don't even know where to show you. I guess the fourth building is still so much going on. We've got a bunch more of our big blues lined up, which is, it just looks phenomenal. We'll head over that way. Jimbo saying 11 a.m. on Monday. Yep, that is when we will be getting that first step on getting back to normal. So we cannot wait for it. We missed everybody for so long. It's been great seeing just going out. People are out and about, and that's great to see. Kevin saying can't wait to get back there and set some records on and break some records on some games. We're excited for it. It's been, with nothing going in the arcade. It's like we had Pete Hunt do a Ninja Warrior score. GGA Jeremiah did a Contra Evolution. Of course, Danielle did a new Flicky World record. Jimbo Slice sent in 150 stars. Thank you so much for that, man. Very much appreciated. Lee joining us. Thank you for being here. 200 stars from Jimbo. Thank you, man. Very much appreciated. Always a problem heading into those other buildings. Kevin asking, are your hours the same for the 20th? My four boys and I are looking forward to our annual Galloping Ghost trip. So on the 20th, yes, it will be regular hours. It'll be 11 a.m. till... we're still finalizing the hours. It might be only until midnight. We're still having to see what we can do as far as hours. It's going to be interesting as... the people working the counter, they're not, it's been months since they've done it. So it's, we've got to make sure that we can get everything scheduled in time, but we'll be definitely 11 a.m. till midnight or 2. We want to get back to regular hours, but, we do want to have plenty of time for cleaning everything down at the end of the night. So we'll see. Brian O'Neill joining us. Hello. Paul saying, place looks great. I need the escape from reality. I hear you. It's been hard to not be here for everybody, and we hope everybody's been enjoying these walk-around videos and keeping everybody in touch and as close as they can, as close as we can. But nothing quite like being here and being able to play the games that you want to play. Richard, thank you for being here. Hello. Christopher Alexander, one of the legends of Mortal Kombat. Thank you so much, man. Great to see you here again. Jesse saying, bummer, I wish I could visit here. More Doc, but I will be gone by then. Unfortunate. Next time you're out. Paul the Cruz saying, watch a stream. Broken Shoes to Cruise. And Chris Plackey joining us. Thomas Ross sending 400 stars. Thank you so much, man. Happy for you, Doc. You're able to get back to normal arcade. You're able to get back. It's tough running like having an arcade. These guys have built something and got it to where they're open and they're building up like their fan bases and their player bases, and then to have it all just stop. It's tough. It's tough for all of us. So anxious and hopeful for all the arcades to get back to normal. We've heard literally early on they weren't going to make it and they just folded up. Charles sending 300 stars. Thank you so much for that, man. And that's the worst thing. There's been such an amazing resurgence in it all. And this was that one thing, that stick in the spokes that kind of like slowed everybody down. We just hope all of our arcade friends can rebuild and recoup and recover and turn it around, get everybody back coming in. And you know what? I think a lot of them are gonna do it. Like there's just such a passion for so many of these people that run arcades, and we'll just have to see. It'll become the interesting thing to see how everybody steps up. And I know, again, places like Prince Arcades, that guy's been working so hard. Jeremy's been adding so many new games and everything, and can't wait to see what he does next. So, Chris saying, I'm getting a year membership when you guys open back up. Thank you so much for that, man. That's really awesome to hear. We want to build it up to be bigger and better than ever. Everything. It's kind of like that. It's coming up on our 10 years, and it's, even with all this craziness, we got to use it as a positive, and it's a great resetting point. We've been able to make sure all the games are playing better than ever. We've been able to go through every machine. Still a lot to do on that side. A lot of reorganization. By Monday, the reorganization, it's just not going to be done. There's so much, but it's already begun, and there's been so many improvements, so the place will just keep getting better and better and better. So, Gil saying, greetings from Mexico. Someday we will go with my friends to make a little tournament on King of Fighters 02. That is awesome. Thank you, Gil. We can't wait to have you out here. Thomas Ross saying, did you hear Chuck E. Cheese is going out of business? I wonder if it's true. I did hear that. And you've seen how they've been working at it. They've changed their business model. They're trying. And, you know, for us, we hear, oh, Chuck E. Cheese, whatever, it's kids' games and stuff. It's one of those, any place that gets people into arcades. Like, I don't care if it's Dave and Buster's or Chuck E. Cheese or any place, some arcade bar, anything. It's all good. It gets that, some of it might be just that starter up place that gets people in deeper. Same thing with like the 1-Up arcades. They just announced all those new 1-Up arcade stuff coming out. And anything that promotes and gets people into arcades is all good by me. So I hope it's not true. I hope Chuck E. Cheese is able to swing around and get back on track. And again, this time here it's really one of those things where it's for big companies. They carry so much overhead that it's tough on them too. So we even Chuck E. Cheese, we wish them the best. We hope they are able to pull through this. You know, I'm just looking at this right here. Look at all those big blues. I love the big blue cabinets, Cyberbots, Super Muscle Bomber, Darkstalkers. Eco Fighters, Captain Commando, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel superheroes. It's a pretty good lineup. That's not even all of them. That's not even all of them. And I love that our marquees are the original ones. They're, I think we might have one that's a reproduction, but I just love those original big blue marquees. So cool. Gil sending 50 stars. Thank you so much for that, man. Very, very much appreciated. Bogart saying salute to you, Doc. Thank you, man. George saying, hey, Doc, you having a good day? I am. It's there's a lot going on. I couldn't sleep last night. It's was up and just raring to go, and there's so much to do, and still spending a lot of time at productions, which love being in productions, but want to be here working on games and getting everything fixed up and moved around, and there's just so much just emails to answer and communicating with everybody and just getting everything going. It's but I'm anxious tomorrow. I'm hoping all day here at the arcade, and we might have a couple of shorter streams throughout the day, and of course we'll be here at 5 p.m. So let's see here. I'm Fat Chris saying hearing everything on makes me miss my second home even more. I know it, man. It is night and day just walking around when it's quiet, but now that it's coming back and everything's lighting up, and we've got San Francisco Rush, we've got Crazy Taxi. You know, this game right here, Chicago 1929 by Sammy. One of one prototype, unreleased. And, you know, we've had it, we've taken it to shows. Just an amazing racing game. Like, it's all about like smashing in the other cars to get more time. So good. So like, we've never really blown that game up. We've never really like showcased it and showed it off like we should. That's on the list because I'm so happy that it's out here now. That people can see it. This one of one side art. And you know, I know this game has moved around. I think Troy had it for a while, and I think it ended up with Jason Wilson. And Jason Wilson from Game Galaxy out in Tennessee, he's the one who sold it to us. And it's a high-priced game. It was a high-priced game. And it's what you would expect for a one-of-one prototype. And Jason Wilson, an amazing super collector. That guy's got an awesome collection, and so awesome of him to let us purchase it and get it here for everybody here to play and enjoy, because I love the game. It's just great. Tim saying, any dates on pinball opening back up, or should you prepare for a flood of... Wait, any dates on pinball opening back up, or should you prepare for a flood of resumes? It probably won't be too much longer. We just want to make sure that pinball will be back on track pretty shortly after. We just want to make sure that we get on the swing of things back here at the arcade first and foremost. It's just got to be priority number one with the arcade. But pinball won't be too far behind, I'm sure. Cassandra saying, looking forward to stopping by soon. Looking forward to having you. Can't wait to have you out here. Wrangle saying, can't wait till you guys open. Thank you so much. It's been so long, and now it's time. It's a few days out. It's feeling great. It's feeling great, and we can't wait for it. Now it's just the crush of getting everything ready in time. Brian saying Toys R Us and retro arcades are making a comeback. You know, yeah, it's great hearing Toys R Us might be coming back too. That's excellent. Jibbo Slice saying Chuck E. Cheese was much better when it was showbiz. They both have their places though. They both have their places. The history of gaming and how it's evolved, and gone from one place to the next, to the next, to the next, and all of it leads up to where we're at now. So people kind of dismiss arcades like Dave & Buster's and Chuck E. Cheese, but they're really the ones, they helped keep it going through the times where everybody else was closing up. Chuck E. Cheese was there though, and Dave & Buster's was there, and GameWorks and places like them. So you gotta look back and be like, yeah, those places are all right. They kept it going. Just, same thing with gaming. It's the games themselves. It's for so long, places weren't putting out arcade games, but Golden Tee and Dance Dance Revolution, those kind of kept it through their own unique time. So it's all good. Charles saying Rock-afire Explosion for the win. You know, we were so close. Mancow actually had us looking for one. We tracked one down, the full animatronic setup, and it was so close that we almost had the whole Rock-afire Explosion. It didn't work out, but it was very cool to be working towards that. Patty sending 50 stars. Thank you so much. Very, very much appreciated. Charles sending 100 stars. You guys are awesome. Very generous to us. I very much appreciate that. It's been all that really goes back into the arcade, and we put it towards the upkeep of the machines. We put it towards getting new machines. We put it towards events. So any of the stars that come in, right back into the arcade. So I very much appreciate it. You're helping make this place bigger and better, and it's good for everybody. It's like it's not having these machines that everybody are able to enjoy. You know, it's the community that has helped build it, and it is so much appreciated. Richard saying, which series of Afterburner do you have, Doc? Well, we've got Afterburner 2 right here. Still working on getting the motion working. I haven't shut off it. It'll catch and it'll work, and then it kind of will jitter. So we're working on it. We'll get it. Mike saying, a true treasure of the Chicagoland area. Thank you so much for that. I cannot walk by Space Harrier without showing off that side art. I love that side art. Same thing, this one having a little bit of motion issue, but we'll get it. It's in the works. Radmobile's moving 100%, so that's good. Everett noticing our X-Men machine. Oh, I love it. And the new setup, see, before where it was good, but a little tight. And that's always been, there's so many machines here, 772 games, a lot of machines. So the downside to it is it can be a little tight at times, but we're working on it. We're getting it to where everything is spaced a little bit better. Oh, I love seeing this too. Darius Burst EX. All 5 Darius games. Since we put, the last in the series that we put on the floor was Darius 2, which it took years to track that board down. And that is only the one of 2 custom cabinets here at the arcade. And that's because we know we will never see a Darius cabinet, and it requires 2 19-inch monitors. So it's a unique exception. Everything else is in an original cabinet from, like, there's conversions obviously, but all the cabinets were made back in the day, except for Darius 2 and Rastan Saga 3. But it's so awesome. It's been years waiting to see all 5 of those games lined up, and now here it is. Jeremy Fox is joining us. Thank you for being here, man. Thomas Ross saying, Doc, what's the closest hotel to your doorstep of the arcade so I can get all my reservations locked down? So the Colony is the closest. It's literally a block. It's across the street and like half a block down. Connie, they've been doing a lot of work too. They've been really stepping it up and improving a lot of stuff there. And we've had people who've been coming here, staying there for years and years and years. And it's people have always said it's good. It's good. Greg saying we need a Chicago 2020 game. Be all right. Some new cars in that. Let's see. Sean Sam definitely hanging out in that fourth building. Savage Quest, Afterburner, Chicago 1929, Arctic Thunder, Light Gun Games. So many great choices all in one space. You know, it really is. Like, this is a pretty, like, if this was the arcade, if just this one building was the arcade, this was our last major expansion. We had one other expansion before this, but this is some heavy hitters. It's still a good mix of drivers, and there's some gun games. So it's a little more casual, but then, you know, at the same time, you've just got like the ridiculousness of like Savage Quest and imports like First Funky Fighter and Monkey Mole Panic, staples like Bucky O'Hare and G.I. Joe, 3-player Rev X. How beautiful is that? Armadillo Racing. This was so tough to get running. We unveiled this at Chicago Pinball Expo. So much fun. Tim saying, I kind of want a shirt of Chicago 1921 side art upon seeing it. Yeah, man, that side art is... It's the craziest thing, like... It's so good. It's so good. It's the one thing I wish we could display all of the artwork, because this place, there's just so much art to see. Like Aliens Armageddon. That's awesome. That's just awesome. So good. And again, Savage Quest, love that artwork. Hydro Thunder going on here. Alien 3 The Gun. Never, you know, I was so surprised when we saw Alien 3 The Gun in Mississippi when we picked that up. Love it, just love it. So good. Shout outs to Ed, thank you for being here, man. Hope you're having a good day. Wrangle sending 378 stars. Thank you so much, very much appreciated for that. Gary saying win, win, win. So we are opening up to members weekly, monthly, yearly, and lifetime on Monday at 11 a.m. The doors will be open for our members, and then on Saturday the 20th, so Monday the 15th for members, and Saturday the 20th for everybody else. So we cannot wait for it. We're so excited. X-Men, see all that artwork on X-Men, that front kick panel. So good, just so awesome. Again, this was donated to us from a church, and I think Phil Pops and Sam went and got it. Second floor. That is not a cabinet you want to be taking down off of a second floor. It breaks off into a couple of pieces. You've got the control panel by itself, which is heavy. You've got one of the monitors in this back box. This monitor and back box come off. And then you've got the main monitor body. Very heavy, very heavy. George saying, Doc, what have you missed the most since you guys have been closed? You know, the thing that I miss most is the people. It's the people that come and play here. Just hearing why they're coming and what are they playing first and what they used to play and about their arcades. It's like the streams are great and they're fun. I love doing them. I've been having so much fun doing the live streams. But there's something else just about having people here, seeing people enjoy playing all these games. Like that's the big thing. Like it's awesome to walk around and be like, oh yeah, there's amazing games for me to look at and play, and that's cool. But it's all about seeing other people enjoy it. And that's the thing that I cannot wait to see and have back, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. AB Cop right there. So good, so good. Thomas Ross saying, I'm going to love to finally see your arcade in person, play all the games I've never seen or played. Man, I can't wait for it. Like, you're so into arcade stuff, man. It's like people that are like, yeah, I love arcade games, and they've got that. They love it. They love it. But then there's those people that really love it, and those are the ones that it's so fun when they see games that they know, and they know the stories behind them. They know how rare it is. Like, that's a big thing. Like, the people who are really into it, that like just any of it. It's like, to some people, Darius, it's just another game. To other people, they see it and they're like, oh, they know. They're like, how did you track one of those down? Where did you find that? And that's the big thing. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's at 1,200 stars. Thank you, man. Very, very much appreciated. Super awesome of you, man. Super generous. I can't even begin to say how much we appreciate it, man. Jay saying, I miss Showbiz Pizza. It's where I first played Peter Pack-Rat. Great game. Great game. Gary saying, you need a rocket fire explosion there. So it almost happened. It almost happened. It was, we were trying to work the deal out, and those are expensive to say the least, but what can you do? What can you do? Worminator joining us. Thank you for being here. Fat Chris saying, I walked away. What about rocket fire explosion? So, Mancow, and for those who don't know Mancow, he's a radio personality here in Chicago. Been around forever. Been a huge supporter of the arcade. We've been fortunate enough to we've been on a show many times. He's asked us at one point. He was like, "Hey, try to track down a rocket fire explosion for us." And we found one. And we were trying to negotiate a deal, and he had no place to keep it. We weren't sure on the maintenance of it and how that was going to go. And the guy wanted it done instantly, like the sale of it. So it was like, we have to have all these questions answered. And it was a complete set. So for those that don't know much about rocket fire explosion or animatronic systems like it, they are expensive, to say the least. And it's one of those where we didn't have space. It would be so bad to have it, to buy it, and just have it sit for nobody to enjoy. That's the big thing about the arcade. It's like the stuff in the vaults that kills me that we haven't been able to put it all out yet. And it's why Monday is so awesome, because it's like, it's just not another thing sitting in the vaults. It's out there now for everybody to enjoy forever, and that's the huge thing. We don't want this stuff just sitting around collecting dust. We want it out there being enjoyed and making people happy. So, Sean saying, I love this stream. It's got me through the pandemic with a smile on my face. I can't wait to get there in August. Thank you so much for that, man. It's, hearing that is, I don't know, I just, it's good to know that this stuff and these streams in the arcade, it helps people. And that means a lot to me, because, like, getting to do what I do makes me so happy. Just thinking about it, I was looking at I was talking to Danielle. She's like asking me if I'm taking a day off soon, and she's like, you've been working nonstop, and I hadn't even really thought about it. And looking at it, I've been here every day for 3 months, and it's not even anything you think about, because it's the escape. I'm here doing streams, talking to cool people, having fun, just chatting. being around video games and stuff that makes, why we're all here. This stuff makes us all happy. So it's one of those things. It's never work. It's never work. That's for sure. But thank you for that, Sean. Charles saying, I can't wait to throw my money away during the 10-year week. Oh, there's going to be a lot to do for the 10-week anniversary. If you haven't seen it, we've got it's starting August 7th, 8th, and 9th with our T20 event, which is our tournament and 20 games. I'm always super excited for the T20. It's usually the week before it is just this mad race to get as many games ready for it as possible. Last year we put up 14 new games for the T20. So much fun, and cannot wait for this year. It'll be interesting. Then on the 10th, we've got a mind-blowing Monday mystery game prepared, barring nothing goes wrong, because we always have to say that. Sometimes it's beyond our control. But that 10-year anniversary Monday mystery game, we're going to be going all out. Then on the 13th, that is our 10-year anniversary, where we're going to announce our Gamer of the Year. This won't be interesting, just because of everything that's been going on. Then on the 15th, we're doing our big bash here at the arcade. We're going to be going for the world record of most people playing arcade games at one time. So that'll be really fun. Hoping to still have some YouTube celebrities here, a lot of industry celebrities, legends of the industry, and should be a really great time. And definitely a lot of high score players and people that do 1cc's. So we're going to go all out for it. From the 7th to the 15th, every day is going to be pretty amazing. Let's see. Ed saying, through pure luck, I'll have Monday off for the early open. You bet I'll be there. That is awesome, man. We cannot wait. It's so hard we've been doing Monday mysteries and stuff, and people haven't been able to enjoy these games yet. There's a dozen new games for everybody to enjoy that, like, I've played them, and Jeremiah and Tommy Waffles have played them, but we can't wait to hear what everybody else has to say. Shout out to Dan Agavelli, thank you for being here. George saying, hope to meet some people from the stream when I come in December 19th on my day with Doc. I'm anxious for it, man. I got it on my calendar. Brian saying, can't wait to see Gunsmoke. It's a personal favorite. Amazing game. Kevin asking about Map Mania. Do we have it? Oh, absolutely. We'll go right over to it. Joe, how are you? Hope you're back soon. Thank you so much, man. Can't wait to have you out. Play some Galaga. Map Mania, right there. Look at that score by Lumbo. Ridiculous. Put it all at 9. Locked it. Fat Chris saying Airbnb is a great way to stay out around this way. Can get a place all week for about $300 to $400. Last time we've had a lot of people do Airbnb too, so that's definitely a good way to go. George saying best places to eat. We'll go over that. We'll have to. There's so many, depending on what you're into. A lot of places around here in Brookfield. Let's see. Barsum is joining us. Thank you for being here, man. Hope to see you here soon. Hope everything's going well by you. Patrick saying, where is TMNT? It hasn't officially been dropped in its new spot yet. It used to be right over here, but we're moving it around, so shifting it up. Right now, I believe it's in our list of games to be relocated someplace. Oh, no. You know what? It's not. I forgot. It ended up here in its new spot. I forgot this is what we landed with, because we want to have a game where you can play all 4 and not have it crowded like it was before. I still have that on my list to fix that piece of plexiglass. So much to do, so much to do. But TMNT is in the 4th building here, on the last inside row. Mark saying, we'll be working hard for the world record in Operation Wolf. I can't wait to see that. There's been so many people talking about Operation Wolf. It's going to be a fight for first. I know Fat Chris is good at it. Orminator's still saying Sideart of the Day on Instagram. I know I keep starting and stopping. I got to get back on it. I got to get on track. That's Astron Belt. Laserdisc. Right next to Bullet. Bullet is super rare game. Nick is turning things on in here. It's great seeing it all fire it up. Gotta make sure that we're not gonna be tripping any circuits and breakers and stuff, so. Everett saying all these games are artwork in itself. Oh, absolutely, man. I hear you on that. I could not agree more. We're friends with so many people that actually did do the artwork on the side of the cabinet. Guys like Paulie Niemeyer and we've heard so many stories and so many of the games you could just go on and on about the cabinet artwork alone. Some Phoenix action going on there. Just love it. Thomas Roth liking that X-Men 6-player. Gil saying, I want 3-generation membership. Take my money. Thank you. Thank you, man. Worminator saying, who's down for a head-to-head stunt cycle for $1 a game? Dude, I was just talking about stunt cycle earlier today, and I hadn't played it until we got it. And like the artwork, I love the cabinet, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna really look at this game. And it's so simple, but so addictive. Like the first time like I played it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be unbelievable. And exactly like you're saying, like $1 a game, you could really see a lot of people playing that for a long time. Amazing game, amazing. Everett saying, did I just see a Play Choice 10 back there? No Play Choice 10s here. We used to have 2 of them, but not on the arcade floor any longer. We sold those long ago. Tecmo Bowl, 4-player. We shipped this one in from, I believe, Maryland. It had, the board worked, the monitors worked. I recapped the monitors, and I had some cabinet work to do. It was a barn find, so there's a bit of work on it, but awesome to have 4-player Tecmo Bowl. So many people know it from the NES one, and just great game. Tim saying, seeing talking to both patrons and the staff is missed greatly on the customer end as well, at least for me. George saying, hopefully you guys keep the live streams and auctions going forever. We definitely will be doing a lot more of the live streams. I regret that we weren't doing them all along. Same thing with the auctions. The auctions were a ton of fun, so we'll keep them going. Mark saying, do you do anything for birthday parties? We have group discounts starting at $30, but nothing really specific. Like we don't have any. There's no room for like cake or anything, like for party, like birthday parties and everything. So what a lot of people do is they'll come in and get set up playing games and stuff, then they'll go somewhere and eat and just come back. You just show the receipt, there's no re-entry fee. Dennis sending 378 stars. Thank you so much for that, man. Very, very much appreciated. Chris Page joining us. Thank you for being here. I was just talking about how every time I walk past our Space Harrier, gotta show it off. is who we got Space Harrier from. So thank you so much for allowing that to come here, man. Very, very much appreciated. Everybody loves it. Chris asked about the opening. We will be opening up to weekly, monthly, yearly, and lifetime members on the 15th, this Monday. And then to everybody else on the 20th, on that Saturday. So we hope to see everybody back in full force. Thomas Ross saying, how is your Godzilla Redemption game going? We'll be up and going for the Galloping Ghost anniversary. Definitely would love to play it. I'm a big, big Godzilla fan. Old Godzilla, not new. They need to redesign the look. So that, it's working 100%, changed everything on it. I got to tack down a little bit of the T-molding. There's some swelling in the bottom of the cabinet, but nothing too bad. And that's one that will never make it here on the arcade floor. But definitely when you come out, you will be taken down to, we'll go down to Productions and you'll have some games on it, man. Awesome to know. I didn't know you were a huge Godzilla fan, so that's good to know too. Good to know. Let's see. Chris Page saying, thanks, Doc, for all the streams. Thank you all for showing up. It's so fun to do these. So, Patrick saying you should put Rocket Fire Explosion in Tony's old spot. Yeah, we were thinking about it. It was, we're not sure what's going on with that Tony's building now. We had kind of, especially right now, we got to focus on getting back on track because we've been derailed for the last 3 months. So we've got to finish up our the Canton expansion, and that's going to be a 2-part expansion. So it's going to take a little bit before we start doing our usual crazy stuff like expanding with new businesses. But it's in there, on my mind. Thomas Ross saying, trying to get Mr. Todd along with us. Oh, that would be amazing to have Todd Tuckey out here. That would be incredible. We hope he can make it. Greg saying, arcades are happiness. They make me happy. I hear from so many people how they do the same. So I couldn't agree more. George saying, I can't wait to meet you. I can feel your love for arcades. You're really helping the gaming community by operating this place. Thank you so much for that, man. It's something I've always gone for my whole life to arcades, and when we were able to open, it was just something that we weren't sure how it was going to go. And it's just the fact that so many other people love it and travel in and come in from all over the world, it's just amazing. Steel Gunner 2, absolutely. Everett pointing that out. So good. Great game, love it. Tim saying, just out of sheer kill the cat curiosity, do you have any idea what the T20 games will be? Maybe. I have some ideas, but nothing's ever 100% with T20. But we'll see. It's, what is it? It's June 11th? Yeah, we'll have them all ready in time. Gil saying, can I get my membership online so when I go there, it's just straight to play? Absolutely. You can get memberships at gallopingghost.reproductions.com. We've got all of our memberships and passes and merchandise as well. T-shirts, hats, anything like that. It's all available on there. It's so nice seeing these big Sega games up and running. They've been too quiet for too long. Brave firefighters over there. Love it. Mark saying I was honored to watch that world record, man. The Flicky stream, absolutely. Chris Page saying, I hear my space harrier calling. Right there, man, right there. Fat Chris calling out anybody on Operation Wolf. Can't wait to get some games in on that, man. George saying console gaming is okay, but will never come close to the amazing times and friendships I made at the arcade. You know, I 100% agree, man. It's I love console gaming. Played that all throughout as well, but it's just something special and unique about arcade gaming. Greg saying, let's have the Chicago Bears come play Tecmo Bowl. You know, it's maybe eventually. We've been right before the lockdown. We had stuff lining up with the Bulls and the Wolves. So who knows? Maybe over time we'll see to be doing events with the Bears, and maybe they'll be in here playing Tecmo Bowl with everybody. Shout outs to Chris Tang for joining us. Oh, you know, Primal Rage was just here a minute ago, and we're earlier in the day. They moved it out because we're gotta have it right next to Primal Rage 2, of course. But Chris Tang, one of the legends of the industry, here on the arcade floor. Chris Tang is so unbelievably good at it. So awesome to watch him play it. Greg saying, Dwayne saying, hey Doc, how's it going? Hope everything is well. I enjoy the live streams and wish you were in Georgia. Thank you so much, man. You know, maybe one day after we ever consider this arcade quote unquote done, maybe we'll do another location out that way. Rio saying, what's the origin behind the name Galloping Ghost? So the concept for the logo was something we saw. There was a similar thing on a World War II bomber. Redrew it, redesigned it, and just kind of became our production logo back in 1994. When we were doing the arcade, because the productions already had a little bit of a following, we just decided to brand it as Galloping Ghost Arcade and kind of build off of that. Yeah, this is the third building, and as you can see, we have a lot of rearranging to do still. There's a lot of cabinets out of place. But we'll get there. Look at this lineup of big games. Sorry about the connection drop. We've got Star Wars from '94. Star Wars Trilogy, regular Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then Star Wars Racer and Hyperdrive. And there's Zombie Raid, which we saw at the start of the walk around today. Tyler saying, love Galloping Ghost. Place is incredible. Thank you so much. I'm back. You know, this is one of my favorite overhead shots. That's a lot of games there. A lot of games. Best stress relief for arcades are arcades and gun ranges. Takes the stress right away. There you go. Thomas Ross saying, have you heard, Doc? They're coming out with a new Stern Godzilla pinball. The TNT twins definitely be getting the LE version for sure for our collection. That is awesome. I know they have the rights for it. I haven't heard anything officially as to if they're going ahead with it, but you can definitely. I'll be right there with you getting the LE for sure. Tyler's saying, I love Rygar when I played it at your arcade. Amazing game. So it's another one of those that is pretty underrated. Just love it. Love it. Brady is joining us. Thank you for being here. Brian asking, are all the Akari Warrior cabinets together? Absolutely. We just lined those up. Heavy Barrel, Akari Warriors, Victory Road, Akari 3, Search and Rescue, all lined up. All the rotary stick games. George saying, I hope you guys help Geeks Mania grow. I'm only 30 minutes from there, and I'm trying to move to Illinois to be closer. So, George, yeah, Geeks Mania, another arcade that just was able to open recently. So awesome. We know the guys over there quite well, Kyle and everybody, and wish them the best of luck too. They've worked really hard to build that place, and yeah, definitely make sure. So, obviously we want everybody to come here, but one of the coolest things about arcades back in the day was the differences in them, and they each had their own ambiance and atmosphere. So like Prince Arcades and Underground Retrocade, Geeks Mania, they're just all so good to check out. So everybody's got different games, everybody different environments and atmospheres. So definitely make sure you check those guys out too. Jason, would you ever consider selling custom Galloping Ghost shirts where you could get your name or nickname put on the back? For instance, you might know me as LaCats on Twitch. It'd be cool to get a shirt like that on the back. We could actually do that. If you're interested in something like that, just shoot an email over to reproductions@gallopingghost.com. Let them know what you're looking for, and they'll hook you up. Shout out to Chris Larson. Thank you for being here. Evan saying, for real, first time we walked in, it was pure euphoria. Thank you for that, man. It's so awesome that people have such an appreciation for these machines, and I love it. Brady asking, did I miss Invasion the Abductors machine? We didn't show that one today. It's a little blocked off. Got to clear out this row of games right here. These all got to move. Look at that art. It's a little dark, but Blood Brothers side art. It's one you don't see very often. Let's see here. Brian saying, have you played the new Stern Black Knight pinball table? Absolutely. Played it. We don't have it. But you never know. Maybe it's on our list of things to get, because Stern's been putting out some amazing games. Alex saying Midwest arcade scene is great. It really is. It's been awesome to see everybody opening up. We've had one of the oldest arcades out there. It's Star Worlds out in DeKalb, and they've really kept things going from the classic standpoint. Like, they've been around for 30 some plus years. So Pat and Glenn out there just do an amazing job. And then as places like Galloping Ghost open up, Prince Arcades, Underground Retrocade, Pixel Blast out in Lisle, just awesome to see everybody opening and continuing with the tradition of arcades. George St. Doc, would be so amazing if you guys could take the Ghost on the road like a carnival. We've done some out-of-state shows and stuff, but, it's nice to be back in your home base, and maybe one day. But it definitely keeps us busy here, so. Worminator saying, someone thought a bonus with a year or lifetime membership. Yeah, we could do that. Brian saying, so sad that California stream got canceled this year. I go visit my parents just for that reason. I have not been to California Extreme. Cannot wait to go. And hopefully next year, maybe a bunch of us will make a trip out. So, but, I hear my guys are talking. I think they're going to be moving some of the bigger cabinets yet, and should probably go help them. But thank you all for joining today. We will be back tomorrow at 5. Is it Friday tomorrow? This week is just going by. It's coming up. Monday is coming up, and I got to get working on a Monday mystery game too, so I should definitely get running on that. But we definitely appreciate everybody for joining us today. A lot of fun as always. Jay, thank you. Vader, just joining in. Thanks for being here, man. You can definitely check out the replay. Charles, thank you so much. We'll see everybody tomorrow with another walk around. Hope everybody is being safe and staying well. Until then, thanks everybody. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you so much. And George, thank you both. And Tim, Thank you all, and we will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. So join us right around 5 p.m. again, and until then, thanks everybody. This is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade. We hope to see you around the arcade soon. Thanks a lot, everybody. Stay safe.